Winning Cures Everything. Now for your hosts, Gary and Chris.
Welcome in. Tuesday, March 24th edition of the show. I'm Gary.
And I'm Chris.
And this is Winning Cures Everything. You can find us over at winningcureseverything.com. All of our picks, previews, podcasts, video, social media platforms. You know the deal. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. You can find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. We are on Periscope as well. Share the show out if you enjoy it. We would definitely appreciate that. First order of business, the show is always brought to you by Tunica, Mississippi, the South's premier sports gambling destination. They have got 6 incredible sports books that are not currently open because the Mississippi Gaming Commission shut them down for a little while we handle this COVID-19 business. No idea when they will reopen, but we will figure that out. And
I think golf courses are still open right now, though.
Some of them, yes. But you'll have to, obviously, you can go to tunicatravel.com.
I'm curious if Tunica National's open.
I would hope that they are. Because really,
golf, it's been rainy here and not nice to go play.
Yeah.
But if it dried up, that would be something that I would feel nice to get outside for a couple hours and slap it around.
Oh, you better believe that.
Listen, I'm not going to be around other people when I play golf. I'm at least 30, 40 yards the other way.
You and I have gone and played before.
It was rough.
Yeah, look, you and I both, we are not professionals whatsoever, but you know what?
I usually quit before I finish.
Yeah.
It's part for the course. I just get to a point where I hate it.
Did we do 18 holes or did we only stick to 9?
I think we did it. We played it twice. It's a little cheap. It used to be a cow pasture, turned into a municipal golf course. Is that the word?
City golf
by
course.
The city of South Haven. And a little 9-hole course. We played it twice.
That's right. We did 18. Yep.
About halfway through the second round, I'm usually done. Screw it. I'm out. I don't want to play anymore. So go home.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let me tell you what happened this morning. So obviously I am working from home right now, and the joys of the WFH, as they have abbreviated it to, includes my wife and I both working from home. She's working on lessons and whatnot. They're doing distance learning for elementary schools around here, right? So, and your wife is involved with this as well. They're doing online classes, kind of. They're recording videos, and my wife set up her first Twitter account and, blah, blah, blah. And she's recording videos for YouTube, and she's having to call parents and everything else. Well, we've also got our almost 2-year-old at home, Lincoln, who is a friggin' handful right now. And we decided that we were going to potty train him. He turns 2 on May 1st. We were going to potty train him, was it last week? I guess it was 2 weeks ago. So we were going to start the potty training process. We had done it for over a month now, and he is about 90% there. Like, he tells us when he's got to go and whatnot. So when he's at the house, he just runs around in like his little training underwear, right? So this morning, he is on the potty, and he finishes, and immediately my wife sees across from the bathroom into the living room that our Great Dane that is very, very close to the Rainbow Bridge. She is going to pass that Rainbow Bridge soon. She's older. She's, I think, 11 years old now. Turned 11 back in February. She was crapping in the living room. So my wife screams immediately, like, Sookie, no! And she runs in there. So she lets Lincoln, with no underwear, no nothing, run in here while I am dealing with the client. So I'm remoted into a computer. I'm talking to a client on the phone. I'm dealing with work, and we've got a naked baby running around that is yelling, and he's taking stuff off my desk and throwing it, and Sook ran in here and ran into her kennel and blah, 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 and he's going nuts, right? So I put the phone down for a second. I grab him. I put him in the playpen, which is right behind me right here, and he starts throwing down. I'm talking tantrum out the yin-yang. And part of his tantrum, while my wife is trying to clean the crap from the dog in the living room, he decides he's going to piss all over the playpen. So So he throws down, and I swear this client is like, "Is everything good? Do you need to call me back?" I'm like, "No, we're good. Everything's fine." So my wife comes in, and I said, "All right, I've got to run right quick. He's peeing all over everything. I got to let you go." So I finally let the client go, and I pick him up and run him into the restroom, and Jess looked at me like it was my fault that all of this happened because I couldn't get off the phone quick enough. I was like, good gracious. So that is my work from home update for day 2 so far. You're not really having to work from home, are you?
I mean, I always work from home.
But yeah, but like, are you still able to go around? Like,
yeah, okay. Sure.
So I don't even get that option now. Memphis has
you and I have 2 different lives in the sense of, one, you're far, far, far more involved. This is not self-deprecating. This is true. You're far more involved father. That's a good thing for you, but also
very difficult.
It comes with all of this. So when my kids were 18 months, 19 months, 2 years old, whatever, I wasn't doing any of that. All right.
Oh yeah.
Somebody else was doing all of that.
I'll say this: my wife is a
far better
saint.
person than I could ever be.
Yeah.
And I just made sure they were clothed and fed and protected, and I just threw money. I do what I always do. I just threw money at the problem. How much do I have to pay to make sure I don't have to deal with this crap?
There you go.
You got it. Oh, what do you need? What do you want?
My wife is a saint. She has dealt with him for the most part because my job is much more involved from home because I'm having to call people, I'm having to remote in, etc. It's a mess. So there's a lot of stuff that I've got to deal with. So she has dealt with him for the majority of the day. Every day.
But the 3% that you have to do,
oh yeah,
I didn't do it. Didn't do any of that.
Well, I mean, when I'm not here,
if I had to today, I don't know that it would go over very well. I don't know that I'd do good. I mean, my potty training would be, it's not raining. Let's just stick them outside naked. They'll figure it out.
Hey, when it gets summertime, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So we'll be doing that.
We'll be all right. If that's wrong, this is the reason I don't need to raise my kids. Like, they're better because I didn't raise them when they were little. Now they're old enough to talk, communicate. Yeah. We have fun together. I'm more involved.
That makes sense.
But at that stage, I would have been less than useless. I'd have been actively harmful.
But yes, my wife is a saint. She immediately grabs him, runs out. They went for a walk in the rain. Like it was just like a steady sprinkle, but even still,
it's kind of been missing around here. It's
she was like, all right, because he had been a terror all morning. So she said, all right, I'm taking him for a walk. Like, we'll be back. And when she got back, like, he had calmed down a little bit. We turned on Sesame Street, whatever. And she and I both just started laughing because it's, you're going to have these days sometimes. It is what it is. But yes, the work from home stuff is an adventure. And
increase in square footage, distance. I am avoiding. See, they say you keep 6 feet away from everybody. Like I include.
You're taking that to heart.
I include that with the people that I live with as well. Like no. You way the hell over there. If you can't tell me from here, we're not doing this.
There you go.
Touch it. We're good. I'm fine.
All right, let's talk about some sports, huh?
Come on.
Let's see. So, let me write my time down here. Noah Syndergaard tore his UCL. Now, they don't explain how he tore it. I would love to know exactly, but I'm sure he was just pitching.
Probably. I would assume that. I don't know if that's truth, but I would assume that.
Yeah, who knows? But, I'm sure he's trying to stay loose and limber and whatnot for whether or not they have a season upcoming. And they announced today that he's scheduling Tommy John surgery. Is going to go ahead and get it done. That takes about a year to recover. So he'll be back in time for next season. I think for anybody that is thinking that has a little nick, a little whatever, and you feel like Tommy John would actually fix this, now is the time.
Tommy John, whatever operation you need or rehab you need, time off this is the year that you're going to throw away, because if we do get baseball, we kind of all think it's not going to be a full season. No. I mean, at some point in time, you're not going to be able to go into November to finish the season and play it out because so many teams are in cold weather communities.
Yeah, you're right about that. They won't be playing into January. I guarantee that.
No, it's just not going to happen. We're going to have a condensed season. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I want to know what shorter baseball looks like because I think it's about a month and a half long, too long anyway. And yeah, maybe we can get some people to change their minds. Really hope basketball does the exact same thing.
Yeah, just go ahead and cut out the rest of the regular season. You got to come back and maybe do a couple of games to get everybody back into game shape, I guess. But
yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
but
they
have
other
preseason.
than that,
they haven't had spring training, so they'd have spring training first. They had to warm up.
But yeah, I mean, they definitely for basketball they definitely have to do that.
So for Noah Syndergaard, let me speak to this real quick, and then we'll get off of that because it's not a big deal. I saw today I follow a couple of baseball blogs and stuff, and I saw today it just happened to be it was before the Noah Syndergaard thing happened that only Tommy John surgery has been around for quite a while. It's not a new thing. Okay, one pitcher in history has made the Hall of Fame. Making after Tommy John, one,
and
that is John Smoltz.
Wow,
that's it, man.
That's interesting.
So I'm going to tell you, we always kind of see everybody comes back from it, but I think it's a more recent close enough attention to see how long does that career last after Tommy John, and I don't know if I paid attention to the answer to that.
I don't guess I have because it's a recent thing. It's within the last decade, it's happened.
Well, I mean, it has become so common that high school kids get it pretty early, pretty easy.
Yeah,
and that's something that John Smoltz used to always talk about. I listened to him. He used to come on Dan Patrick's show religiously back in the day, and I would catch every episode that he was on. And he talked about how we just don't teach kids to pitch anymore, and his one of close friends and guy he pitched with forever, Greg Maddux, is just a super pusher of, if he pitched today in my lifetime, probably the greatest pure pitcher of all time, pure pitcher, not best pitcher, was Greg Maddux, could do things with a baseball that makes you think that he was cheating or it was magic.
Yeah.
And he said, I wouldn't have gotten a scholarship to play baseball. I wouldn't have made it on a college team, and I damn sure would have never made it into the minors or a pro because they only look at velocity. And that bothers me, man.
Oh, yeah.
That bothers me bad because I think a guy like him, if you could teach your kid to throw, 85 consistently and
you could
be able to
teach them how to move
dance like he did, you would be unhittable because people just aren't used to seeing it. You're the only guy that throws like that.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Joseph Gomez jumps in on YouTube. He said, baseball, maybe 3 months.
Love it.
I'm game.
That's a little shorter than I want, but
I'm game.
It's way better than 6.
You're 100% right about that.
We start this thing in April 1st usually, and it goes until November, the first week of November. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, no, you're right. You are 100% right. Let's go on and move in. Cam Newton released. Pretty big deal. I think we kind of saw this coming.
I thought they were going to try to trade him. I think they realized there's no
trade partner. Now he did reportedly pass a physical before they released him.
Yeah.
So
I do think he's healthy, but he sat out the entire season last year. I mean, he should be pretty damn healthy.
Yeah, you would think so.
He hasn't played a snap since what, week 1?
Week 2 or 3 or something like that.
It was pretty quick.
I think it was week 2. I think week 2 he started, and that was the game that they lost to Tampa Bay. They started out 0-2.
That's right. And I think, did he get pulled after that, or he maybe started 30, but he didn't finish it? I don't remember.
No, I think no. He only started the first 2. And then Kyle Allen came in after that and won 4 straight or something, and we all thought, oh wow,
went on a run, yeah.
So, but yeah, he lost that week 2, we all talked about how awful the quarterback play was between him and Jameis Winston.
That's right. Hey, that is right. That was one of the most putrid football games I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah. First time in my life I had been called a racist on Twitter because I was talking about how bad the quarterback play was.
That's right. I remember that.
I was like, I said, am I really, like, I thought it was really bad. Like, am I?
Listen, we make just as much fun of Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Anybody, yeah. Come on now.
I know, right?
Ben Roethlisberger, come on. We crap on them all. If you're bad, we're going to crap on you.
You got it.
You're good, we're going to love you.
You got it. All right, so he is released. Obviously, that means he can sign anywhere. He can basically do just about whatever, sign for whatever kind of contract. The question is he going to want to go be a starter somewhere, or will he be okay with being a backup? If he's okay with being a backup, there's a number of plays. Like, he could go to Pittsburgh, because I don't think there would be a question that he would be a perfect backup for Ben Roethlisberger.
That's something that I've been saying that a lot of people aren't talking about. If he's willing to be, and here's the thing, I don't know that he's going to be a backup long. I'm telling you, and a lot of this is I'm not a Ben Roethlisberger guy. I get it, but at the end of the day, I don't think that guy's ever going to play 16 games again. Being his backup means you're guaranteed stepping on the field at some point in time.
Yep, and if you win the job out from him, I mean,
you don't know that his elbow's going to come back the same when he had the surgery and the rehab and all this stuff. You might be able to get in there, and if they give you an honest camp, you might be able to win that job.
Yeah. Joseph jumps in again on YouTube. He said teams needed to see Cam in person, and you couldn't travel, so it made it tougher. However, no one was desperate for him. Don't be surprised if Miami or the Titans give him a call. I don't know about the Titans.
The team I think he's going to go. I think he's going to end up landing in Jacksonville. I think that's his only place to get a starting job. Miami, he could probably start at too. I didn't think of them until Joseph just said that.
I think he could start for the Chargers. I still think that, like, I've been telling you the Chargers for months.
You're probably right. Here's the problem with that. I think that he better come really cheap for 1 year. And I'm not talking a little bit cheap, really cheap for 1 year, because they are going to draft quarterback. They are going to need all the cap room they got, because they got a lot of defensive big money guys and offensive big money guys that are going to be coming up ready to get paid. They will not be able to have a quarterback, even I think on a $15 million deal, which is a dirt cheap deal right now.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think they're going cheap because they know they got to pay Bosa, they got to pay Ingram, they got lots of guys on that defensive side of the ball, and I'm sure some of those offensive guys, Mike Williams' deal at some point in time is going to come up. I don't know when he's a free agent or not. Keenan Allen, I don't know what his contract looks like, but they got some dudes. I know they tagged Hunter Henry, which means if they want to keep him around, they got to pay him. I think they're a team that says we're loaded. We need a quarterback, but we need one of those rookie deal quarterbacks.
Yes.
I don't know that they care about paying somebody like him. Keep Tyrod, draft a rookie, one of those two guys at a super low cap hit for the quarterback position. I think that's how they want to do this.
Well, it all depends on.
I think Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville's a good spot. I think it all depends on. Let's see. Joseph said, "How did they let Gordon go so easy?" Josh Gordon,
no, not Josh Gordon. Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon. They didn't let him go, did they?
Yeah, he's with the Broncos.
Oh no, I'm thinking. We do this every time. Melvin Ingram is who I was thinking.
No, Melvin Ingram's not leaving the Chargers.
Yeah, he ain't leaving. Gordon. Get locked up. The reason you let Gordon go so easy is because he was basically the same when he came back as the other guys that they got, Eckler and everybody else.
Running backs are a dime a dozen. Listen. You can say I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. That's the last position out of 22 starters, and then I would pay both kickers, punter and place kicker, before I paid running backs, because rookie running backs come in the league every year and just own the league, take over the league. Not one running back has gotten a contract that's earned it. That's deserved. It's not worth it.
No,
it's just not. You're right. Too easy to find them.
No, you're 100% right on that. Let's stay on the Panthers right quick. They signed Robby Anderson today.
So this is the second former Matt Rule guy.
Matt Rule
guy.
Yeah. Now, 2-year, $20 million deal, $12 million for the first year, $8 million for the next. Reunite him with Rule, like we said. He played for him at Temple. He was pretty good for the Jets. He had a really good connection with Sam Darnold. He did not have a good connection with any other quarterback there. He only did well with Darnold. Now, I don't know necessarily what that means. But I do think that this kind of lets you know Carolina isn't just like rebuilding. They're not just taking this year off and whatnot. Like they've got guys. They got playmakers.
That team is pretty talented. I mean, last year I thought they would win 9-10 games. I mean, I thought they were going to be one of the wild card spots in the NFC. I thought they were a pretty talented football team.
Yeah, they definitely were. And they got talent on offense. I mean, they still got Christian.
And that defense is not hurt. Now, losing Luke Kuechly is a loss that I don't know that we're going to be able to see measured until we see a long time.
Yeah. No,
but I think that guy is special. I mean, that would be like losing Melvin Ingram. That would be like losing,
Well, it's the quarterback of your defense. Like
he's the quarterback. That's right. He is so much more. He would be like the Patriots losing Hightower.
Yeah,
he's the quarterback of the defense.
He's the leader of that side of the ball. He knows everything that's happening all over the field all the time. Losing him is a massive deal. But,
Agreed.
Obviously you've got new faces. Matt Rule, we believe in his ability to build a defense. Now, we haven't seen it at the NFL level, but, we got faith in his ability to be able to do it. I think Carolina's, going to be decent. And Robby Anderson, obviously a chance here. So with Teddy Bridgewater, I think he could have a really good connection there. I think Bridgewater is going to be Joe Burrow-ish. He just reminds me the way he moves, the way that he can run an offense. I could see him and Joe Brady having a really good connection.
Oh, completely agree.
And you got Robby Anderson, you got
very
DJ Moore. Yeah, I mean, you've got so many weapons on that offense that you can really do some damage. I think this is a good deal for the Panthers. I mean, they got a really good, high potential wide receiver here for, pretty cheap. 2 years, $20 million. That's not bad.
And they've got a pretty good receiving core now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to find 3 receiving core with those 3 guys if Anderson stays healthy and can perform kind of the way he did in New York. I mean, he proved he could play. Now, he was the only mouth to feed in New York for a while. So
no, you're right about
some
that.
of that's volume, but I don't think that matters. I mean, he made the best of what he got. So
yeah, no, you're 100% right about that.
He was getting doubled every play there. He won't see that.
No,
he just won't.
He
Not
certainly
in Carolina.
won't. Let's move on from here. Let's see. 22-27 is my time here. UFC 249. April 18th. It was supposed to be at the Barclays Center in New York. Habib Ferguson, this is the 5th time that they've been matched up. They have never fought because both guys suffered 2 injuries in the previous 4 matchups, so they had to call off the fight. Dana White says it is still happening. So the 3 events leading up to this have all been canceled. This one, it is still going on, but they had to move it out of New York, obviously, with the pandemic situation going on in New York. I mean, it's a disaster in New York right now.
That's right.
But they're moving it outside of the U.S., and Dana White said, I believe last night, they are 99.9% confirmed on a venue, and he will be announcing it soon. I'm confused. I don't know how how can they be the only sport that is going on, right?
Well, this is not real complicated. If you get everybody tested, okay, and he's got the finances and the ability to come up with the money to get testing for these guys and to get kind of the front line of testing. And I mean, to do a pay-per-view, what do you got? 10 fights? You got 20 fighters, a couple of referees, a couple of judges, you need about 50 people. I need these 50 people tested. They all pass. Do you want to get paid for the next year, next 6 months, next whatever? All right. Then you're all going to be quarantined together. You're going to leave your families. You're going to train together. You're going to work together. And you're going to stay isolated together. Therefore, we all pack up and we go wherever we can go. We get a venue that's been cleaned, and we know the venue's safe. We know the venue's fine. We're the only people in it.
Yeah.
We can't magically get this thing. This thing is bad, but it's not magic. It can't come out of nothing. And therefore, you're going to have 3 people in a ring that are going to fight, and they're going to be right on top of one another.
Joseph
But if
jumped in.
none of those three have it, none of them can magically get it.
No, you're
And
right.
we're well enough away to where we know in 14 days, they either got it or they don't. None of them have it. We're good. Let them fight.
Joseph jumped in on YouTube. He said, I'm thinking Bulgaria or Russia because that's the only places that have sports going on right now.
I'm going to tell you this. I actually disagree. If I was going to do something like this, I'd find one of those South American countries where, a lot of people just don't live there, and nobody really has it because nobody comes in and out of there. And as long as everybody you bring is clean, then you can't be the one to bring it there.
True. That is true.
That's where I would do it, is because there's a bunch of South American countries right now that they're not even, this is no big deal to them. They don't have any of this going on.
If they are debating having fans,
oh, no, they won't have fans.
Well, but Russia, so from what I understand.
That's why I don't think you do it in Russia.
Well, because, Habib is from Russia. They haven't had him fight there. I could see it if they're trying to sell tickets. Because they are still having fans.
I think they're trying to sell pay-per-views. And if we get a live sports thing, I think he'll do more pay-per-views than they've ever done in the history of the UFC.
I agree.
Because people are sitting at home and we're dying for something to watch.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And I also think every sports book in the world will kick money to him to get this thing done.
You're probably right.
Because they're dying for action.
I think daily. This is off topic, by the way. I think I might do a drink of the day, going forward. I might talk about that, because really since last Thursday, I've kind of been having to work from home. Every time I get done with work, I immediately go into my kitchen. I get, a double bourbon and water.
But don't you make the same drink?
No. A different drink every day. I got 7 different bourbons in there.
Oh.
So, today is the regular 3-quart. It's a 80 proof. Yesterday I had my 12-year aged, which is 107 proof. Over the weekend I was drinking proper 12. Maybe we'll see. Maybe there's some advertisers that are interested.
I was just about to say, let's see if somebody pays us.
Let's talk about that. We'll do that one day. But yeah, I'm with you. I think the sports books do need a ton of action. But not a ton. They just need something.
I just don't know how, if he does it without fans, there's a lot of places you can go. And if you can get the people that are going to be involved in it to all agree to kind of isolate themselves together in a camp that he puts together, and everybody knows that they've been tested and they're clean and they're good, then nobody can just get it. So
agreed.
So that's why I think, why not, especially if he now sees an opportunity to say, hey, I can own the sports world for the next 2-3 months, however the hell long this thing goes. If he can get enough fighters clean and not to test positive and to isolate themselves in whatever big camp that he puts together, then man,
you can make a killing right now.
Own pay-per-views for the next couple of months pretty easily.
Yeah, they do one big pay-per-view per month, and I think they will do it again.
But he's got to have enough fighters that are willing to isolate themselves with him, so he can guarantee they've been. And none of this, I'm gonna take your word for it, kind of stuff.
Yeah, the next one up, I believe, is 250. The next big pay-per-view, and that's Cejudo and Jose Aldo. So pretty decent fight. I'd be willing to watch that. So, and of course, if we get into May,
a lot of people are going to pay pay-per-views that didn't used to. And how many times have we gone to big bars or sports books to watch it and not paid for it? Now we're not going to have that choice.
No, we're just going to have to watch it home.
You're going to pay.
No, you got that. Well, illegal streams will be way, way up. But hey, that also means pay-per-view numbers will be up.
Pay-per-views will go way up too. I mean, people are always going to illegal stream it, but at some point in time, somebody's got to actually pay for it so people can stream it illegally.
Yep. Joseph, again, they already did it on a fight night with no audience. Yeah, we watched that one. The only reason he shut it down were the states were shutting down completely. Yeah, well, Nevada State Athletic Commission wouldn't sanction any fights, so they couldn't do it at the Performance Center. So yeah, I understand it. They did it in Brazil with no fans.
Yeah.
And that's why it was in the afternoon. So it was a pretty good fight. It was fun to sit and watch it. Next topic up, let's go on and move into the last two. We won't spend too long on these. We're already 30 minutes in here. Jerry Falwell reopened Liberty University. He welcomed students back to campus, and he informed all faculty and staff that they were required to come back.
Ordered faculty to return.
Which is bananas. Now, I understand Virginia doesn't have like the massive numbers that other places do, but I don't know if that's because there's not enough testing or what. So
I don't trust anybody's numbers right now. I don't trust anybody's math because I don't know who's been tested and who hadn't.
Exactly.
It's amazing that these places don't have very many, and then all of a sudden they skyrocket. Man, I don't think they all got it in one day.
No.
I think they all had it, and nobody got tested.
If you look at the numbers, look, last Tuesday, we were at 6,411 cases. Today, the United States is at 53,013 cases.
1 week.
1 week, we jumped up almost 50,000 cases. That is because we finally got testing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it goes. This is based in Virginia. In Virginia, there's 290 cases. I would be terrified to go back to campus. Like,
well, I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I just wouldn't. Especially if you were somebody who was sick, and whatever.
Hey, give me 2 seconds. Hey, keep talking. Keep talking for me.
Okay. Yeah. I just would not. And I think about the faculty from this side of it, of if I chose to not come back, let's say you have a pre-existing condition and you're faculty and you've been ordered back, I would really like to see the attorney's face that you call for wrongful termination if you were let go because you chose not to come back.
Oh, yeah.
That guy, because the Falwells have deep pockets. I mean, just
100%.
Ridiculously deep pockets. And that's one of those, you're going to fire somebody because you ordered them to come back. Now, I don't know that they're going to. I don't know how he's doing it. I just know when usually something says you're ordered to do something, and if you abstain from doing it, most states, you're allowed to fire that person.
Yeah.
And I would be real interested to see how that all worked out.
Well, can you imagine trying to get an entire campus of kids back together right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
I could. Faculty together right now to operate the thing. Custodial staff and, facility maintenance people and just all the people that run the campus, much less professors.
Well, so the University of Memphis, where we are, had a plan in place, already moved everything to online classes. But they were prepped for this. Like, they knew what was going on. You got to wonder, like, did Liberty just decide, look, this is ridiculous, like, we can't set this up, so anybody that wants to come back, like, we're still going to have class? I mean, I'm curious what the decision-making is here. Joseph said, multiply every number by 10, and you might get a little closer to the real number as far as cases in the United States. Probably.
That's probably not inaccurate.
Yeah.
I got no idea. I'm not going to pretend that I know either. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that any. And here's the thing: I'm the constant cynic. Like, I don't trust anybody ever. But I don't think people are lying or manipulating numbers. I really think people don't know them. I think they're giving out what information they think is as close to accurate as they can. But I think we could be. He's right. There's a good chance that we could be 10 times off.
Oh yeah. I mean, because people can't get tested. There's not enough tests. It is what it is. He mentioned the 76ers asked their coaching staff to take a 20% pay cut because of the virus. And then they went back on it like less than 2 hours later. I don't know if you saw that story. I wasn't planning on talking about it today because it wasn't massive. But yeah, the ownership group asked the coaches and the hourly staff and everybody else, and they had until like noon on Thursday to agree to it, or they would be let go or whatever. And then because of the backlash that they got immediately, they said, never mind, we're paying everybody their full salary. Like, it's like, this is a bad idea to start cutting salaries of basketball staff, man. Like, that's a terrible idea.
Not all of those guys make millions of dollars.
No, the
actually
hourly
the
employees,
staff,
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the coaching staff. Very few of them make six-figure dollars.
Oh, you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Much less seven figures. So
let's close out with this. I know you wanted to hit on this one.
yeah.
The NCAA shut down a GoFundMe for Trevor Lawrence and his girlfriend. They were trying to raise money for COVID-19 victims, I guess you could say, patients.
Yeah. People, well, I don't know if it's
people
patients,
that need help.
People that need help, maybe just people out of work and just trying to pay bills. And our country is right now doing what we do. We're in pissing contest where the left says it's the right fault, the right says it's the left fault. And so we're not helping anybody because fuck them. That's why. This guy now, Trevor Lawrence is a hell of an athlete. Okay. Unbelievable quarterback. I openly, publicly despise Clemson. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm immediately in mode of, screw that guy. But then I think, no, wait a minute. He's actually trying to use his image and likeness in his fame and popularity to do something really good and positive in the world. And I'm so pro that. In this god-awful organization called the NCAA is going to step in and say, no, we can't have this. You can't help other people because there's a chance you might keep some of that money for yourself, and that's a big no-no. And I just think, you know what? I've said it so many times, I feel like a broken record. This is the worst group of people in the country, and maybe in the world. They're awful because of what they stand for and what they do and how they use their pompous high horse of amateurism and we're the adults in the room and you guys are the kids, and so we make all the rules and you abide by them. I hate everything they stand for. I love so much about college sports, college baseball, college basketball, football. I love these things so much. I despise the people that run them.
Let's see. Somebody jumped in on YouTube, and I don't think this has anything to do with what we're talking about. I'm with you. So looking at it from a different perspective, how could you go about, like, is there a way for maybe the school to put one of these together, like a GoFundMe, and then the school can ask the players?
He could take his name off of it, and his girlfriend could do it, and he could just retweet it. Okay.
Probably.
And then there's nothing the NCAA could do about that. I don't know how the NCAA took it down to begin with. They don't own GoFundMe. Like, are they going to say, we're going to pull your scholarship if you do this?
Well, I think I'm sure they probably told him that he would be ineligible.
You're eligible. That's, you know what? But this is the difference between me and other people. It's easy to say because I don't have anything at risk because I don't have that level of greatness. But I do have that level of, I like to piss people off that I think are very, very wrong. I think I would do it anyway. And I'd just say, go ahead. Look at what the backlash would be if you tried to make me ineligible. And if I was Clemson, I would do what Memphis did with Wiseman. We're going to play him. You know,
we don't know what the
you.
We don't know what the ramifications of that are.
But here's the thing. You say that. You're right. We don't. And it might end up being a really bad – I'm going to take it on the fact that for the most part, I really hate when the mob comes after people because the mob usually doesn't know all the – this is a situation where they just say, we're going to do it. We're going to support them. And if you come after us, we're going to send the mob after Mark Emmert. We're going to send the mob after the NCAA, and we're just going to take you guys down.
Yeah. Because
y'all are terrible. And I think across the board, everybody would support it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think it would be hard. You're talking about a guy that is hardwired to hate these people, as in Clemson, Dabo, Trevor Lawrence. And I say, no, I would join the mob, and I would go to Indianapolis or Indiana or wherever the hell this place is held, Illinois. And I would march those steps, and I would make their lives a living hell. I would.
Yeah.
I would.
I can believe
in support of these people that I despise, because I don't like them because of the uniform they wear. I don't like them because of the laundry and the school that they go to. That's it. I don't like these people because of the human beings that they are, the pieces of trash that they are.
Yeah, I'm with you.
One I can get over. The other, I won't get over. I just refuse.
I don't think that's going to wrap up the show. Is there anything else you want to hit on?
No, man. Good on you, Trevor Lawrence.
Good on you.
Keep that money.
I'm with you.
Don't keep the money, but keep raising the money and screw them.
There you go. I'm with you.
And then Dabo, support your boy and just say, we're going to play him. What are y'all going to do?
I love
Not
it.
cover the NCAA tournament? Not cover the playoff? Because you're moonwalking to that. You know that's going to happen.
100%. 100%. No, you're right.
Take it from us.
You're dead on.
Take it from us.
You are dead on. All right, you guys know where you can find us, winningcureseverything.com. If you enjoy it, share the show out, please. Make sure that you are subscribed on the podcast, on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, etc. Go check it out. Share the show out, like I said. TunicaTravel.com. Go check out Tunica, Mississippi. They will be back open soon. The casinos and whatnot will be. You can find more information.
The website is where you'll go to see when they're going to be open.
When they're going to be open, the golf courses.
And when they open, I'm going to tell you this. They're going to have some specials rolling out to get people coming back down there.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed that's going to happen.
Pay attention to all that. TunicaTravel.com is the website there. WinningCuresEverything.com for us. Chris, I think we're good, right?
That's it, brother.
All right, buddy. We will be back again tomorrow. We love you guys. Thank you for always supporting the show. We'll see you again later. Thanks for checking out Winning Cures Everything. If you want to keep up with us, hit subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. Visit the website at winningcureseverything.com, or you can like us on Facebook or follow us at Winning Cures, at Gary WCE, or at Chris B. Giannini on Twitter. Share out the show, leave a nice review, and make sure to comment and tweet at us.